class, or just this class every time, or what? So I want to try this. These 4 words do need to be in your vocabulary notebooks. These are 4 different kinds of poems that we're going to be talking about today. Lori, I'm not sure if that's pointed at the screen.
We're live, Mr. Skinner.
Okay. These 4 different kinds of poems, I'm going to try to get this uploaded a little bit later today so that you can go back. If you have a computer over the weekend, you can go to Facebook, you can go to this video again. If you don't have Facebook, I'm going to see if I can also get it uploaded on YouTube. I've got a YouTube page, and I'll try to post it so you can say 4 kinds of poetry and find it that way. All right. 4 kinds of poems we're talking about today. Concrete poems. We talked a little bit about those already. Free verse poems. Most of you know what that is. Taught in middle school.
This is a small interruption.
I swear, I'm tired of doing that. Trying to sell me your Mercedes. I can't afford a Mercedes. Okay. Found poems, and they're also called sampled poems. And then slam poems. Slam. And we're going to go over these in more detail, so if you're taking notes, that's great. We're going to go over them in a little bit more detail here.
Wait, we have to write all
We'll catch
that?
up to them. You don't have to write everything that goes on the screen. I've told you that already.
Whoa.
But I want to explain what they are. Concrete poems you probably know as a shaped poem, because that's what they were called back when you were in elementary school. Guys, you need to be listening. Concrete poems are arranged in a pattern in a way that helps the reader, that would be you, understand what the poem is about. Concrete poems usually do not rhyme. They usually do not have a set rhythm. This one in particular is called Tree. And can you see why it would be called Tree?
Yep.
T-R-E-E. Trunk.
You've got the shape of a tree, you've got a tree trunk, and then this is a little confusing for people. It's root system. R-O-O-T-S-Y-S-T-E-M-S. And it's supposed to be like the roots branching out from the tree.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's not saying anything about a tree other than
The part.
showing you what the parts are and showing how they're related to each other. You do not have to copy down the poem.
Hold on.
Wait, I'm writing arranging a pattern.
Okay?
Oh, we have to copy that?
Not
If
the
you
whole
want to, you
thing.
don't have to copy it. As long as you understand what a concrete poem is.
I'm at the rejection.
What poem from the book Bronx Masquerade was a concrete poem?
Zorro.
Zorro, the one that Raoul wrote. And that was on page, what page was that? 22, I think. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go with a couple more examples of concrete poems. Sometimes just a line or two in a longer poem. I can't remember the name of the poem this is from. I think this is one that I wrote a couple years ago when we were talking about some other poems. But I can't remember the name of the poem that I wrote. Anyway, rain is falling down and the river is rising high. And you can see it's explaining that because the rain is falling here, and it even looks kind of like raindrops with the L falling down. And then the waves of the river, the water kind of in a wave pattern, the S going back up. Cool? Some people think it's cool. Some people think it's weird.
That'd be
weird.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, I got it.
But you see the point that the author, me in this case, was trying to make with that. Okay, the example from the book, of course, was Zorro, page 22. This is another one. I don't know the name of the author. This was not one of mine.
That's cool.
But you can see the shape of the star. It's talking about a star, and it's written in the shape of a star. And it's easy to understand until you get down here where it says, in amazement they hold our hopes and dreams. The word dream is split here. Dreams, their twinkle assures us that that very thing will be all right. And then the last word, star, S-T-A-R.
That's how old is that?
Some people like these, some people don't.
That sounds cool.
This is another one, concrete cat.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks like a cat.
That's the point.
Just putting it out
So
there.
you've got the ear, the eye, the whiskers, the mouth, the food dish, the paws, stripes. Apparently this is like a tabby cat, it's got stripes. The tail, the litter box. What about the mouse over here?
It died.
It's the dead mouse, that's why it's upside down.
That's cool.
And for those of you that are a little bit more visual and you need to actually see it drawn out,
Mr. Skinner.
okay, now you see why I'm not an artist, right?
Yes. It looks like a.
We,
What is the
sorry,
mouse?
hang on.
Like the smiley face?
See, I had this all nice and lined up, and then we had a couple people that tripped over the screen.
What in the world, Mr. Skinner?
Gotta go down.
Yeah, it's still not quite lined up, but anyway, you get the point from that. There we go.
Oh, a
Hope so.
little bit down.
A little bit up.
There. Right there. A little bit.
I'll try to get this lined up before the next class again.
Good for the next class.
Good for, yeah.
See, this is why I said, when people started coming in, I said, be careful. I don't want people tripping on it.
Do you need me?
I'm gonna do the video.
All right. This is another concrete form. This is called ampersand. And the ampersand is that symbol that it makes here. It's the and symbol.
Can I try to read it?
Go ahead.
Ampersand is much more grand.
Try starting here.
Oh, and is simply an and, but an ampersand is much more grand. Is that tongue twister?
A little bit.
An
It's also
and
a
is
rhyming
simply
form,
an
isn't it?
and, but an
So this is one of those concrete forms that does also rhyme. An and is simply an and, but an ampersand is much more grand.
I don't get it.
Where's the ampersand?
It's the symbol that it makes.
Oh, and. I always use that
I
in
say
Facebook.
and symbol. Me
But the
too.
name of the
And
symbol
what means
is
and?
ampersand.
And on my time.
Like an exclamation point, that's its name is exclamation point. And period is a dot. This symbol is called an ampersand.
I call it an 8.
Okay. If you'll pause the video, we'll start part 2, which is